How many of you have watched songs and words of our fathers and mothers? Number one, you will keep seeing those things come uh, in the World Wide Web. You'll keep seeing them. Welcome to Destiny and Dreams, the broadcast for today. This is Idika Mary, and I am moderating this conference for the end of the year for the Idika Mary's ministry. Welcome, global members, partners, family, and circle of friends. Tonight, we are going to be doing, we are going to open our conference to the general public. Please, you're free to call in from any country where you are. The phone system are on. The phone system are turned on in the office. You're free to call the office phone 316-665-4400 or 316-243-2967 and participate in this forum, because it's going to be question thrown to everybody for us to tackle. Because the Bible talks about that the sons of the system of the world, that is outside God, those who are outside God, the sons of those of that kingdom, of that organization. Because let me make it very clear, Satan does not have a kingdom. Just letting you know this. For those of you who think there is a kingdom of darkness, there is nothing like kingdom of darkness. There is an organization of those who are in jail. That's what you have. And the quicker you get this, the better. The only, in the supernatural, the only being, person that has a kingdom is God. And that is it. That's how it is. Every other thing is a small clique and a small shack here and there that eventually will disappoint you and will never come to pass, whatever they have promised you. I'm going to read to you Genesis chapter 41. I'm not sure whether the reader is with us tonight. Let's look at verse number 14. Genesis 41, verse 14. Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph. We talked about that you are next. When I'm ministering the word of God, I am not doing a sermon. Please understand me. I am not doing a sermon. I am shepherding human lives. I am giving direction and instruction to those who want to better their lives. I'm not trying to minister to those who want to come to church. I do not want those who are going to come to church and they get nothing out of what is happening. It's just, I'm not ministering to just people who just want to come and just want to go. I'm ministering to people who want their life to change, who want greater lives, greater responsibility and duty that produces them, that will make the blessing to come alongside you and make events of greatness to happen to you. That's the people that I'm looking for. God is my witness. I'm looking for learners, and I'm asking him to give me world-class learners, people who will risk everything to start a business and they keep it going for years. People who risk everything to get the best wife, best husband, have the best family. Those who will risk everything, work hard, drive the best car, live in the best houses, who will invest into different kinds of things that will give them a future that will last forever. That's what I'm looking for. So this is greater than, this is This is more than coming to church. I'm looking for those who will ignore the minor and face the major. Because you see, when Satan knows that you are no longer interested in being a minor league player, but you have discovered what you are naturally talented, your skills, whether acquired or whether given or whether you were born with it. For champions are born to be made. Remember that saying. Champions are born to be made. I'm looking for people who are willing to invest their skills and people who understand what authority meant. Authority means somebody like myself who see it better, knows it better, and then you want to come alongside me to learn and apply what I am ministering. I'm giving you instruction. I'm giving you direction to go. If you are the kind of person that can accept those things, good. Not people who are controlling, power hungry, money hungry, who are coming for what they can get out of me, but who are coming to get instruction and have a direction to go in life, and then they succeed, and then they be a blessing to themselves, to their families, and to me. That's what I'm looking for. And that means you have to let go of all the minors, things that you should ignore. Ignore it. Tell somebody to get out of your way because there's something better that you are doing. You don't need them to be standing on your way. You know, there are people who, when they call me, they are telling me the same story. Same story over and over. Anytime they call me, they're going to tell me the same thing. Nothing different. There's nothing that has happened in their life, and they don't want anything to happen. Then I just start cutting them off. Because they are taking my precious time that I should be using for something far more better. And I also discovered those people are not contributing anything to my life in any way. Then Pharaoh, that's verse number 14. Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph. Let me begin to share this with you. I'm going to throw a question out to you. Unmute your phone. Turn your phone off from mute. Turn it off so that you can participate. Answer. It doesn't matter how you answer, whether it's right or wrong. I just want you to participate. See, he says, a time came, there is a divine turning point. There's a divine turning point. Let me share with you what I've discovered. The wealthiest people on earth today, the richest people on earth today, are not people who inherited money and material resources from their parents. Some do, just a few. They inherited a lot of money from their parents, and they also squander it. The 99.5% of every millionaire and billionaire in the world today did not inherit wealth and money from their parents. They started from the scratch. I want you to be aware of that. So whatever is making you to be afraid to invest your life into a product or into services for sale, whatever is making you to be afraid, that thing should leave you alone. In fact, you should leave that thing alone. Have you discovered your gift? Have you discovered your gift? Let's tackle it. And if so, what do you think is, what do you have to sell? Because your gift is for sale. What is the gift that you have for sale? Joseph had the gift of leadership, giving leadership, interpreting dreams, administration, management skills, all in one. All of it equal to leadership. What do you have for sale that God can use to promote you? What do you have? Please share with us. Something that you are enthusiastic about that comes naturally, and you are willing to get some technical training in it, or acquire some college education in it, 2 years, 4 years, master's, PhD, something. What do you have? What do you have that you are willing to sell? What is it? Anybody tell us, what do you have? What is your gift? What is your talent that you're willing to sell? What product do you have that you are willing to sell? You're willing. What is your skill? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody?
Mine is organization administration.
Okay. Organization and administration. Have you seen how you know that this is your gift? Remember that because Joseph had leadership gift, administration, management gift, ability to manage people, to talk to people, even when conflict arises. You don't participate in that conflict. That's how you will know. How you will know you have that gift is when problem arises to challenge your gift. You don't participate in the problems. You participate in de-escalating the problem, in making the problem go away. There are things that, you see, Joseph was like, Joseph ignored the problem his brothers were giving to him. He ignored it. But he did not ignore ability to utilize his gift to develop his father's business. Joseph did not ignore. But see what happens. If you really think you have a gift, there is something that is going to happen. People are going to recognize it. It's going to open doors for you. His father opened doors for him to begin to practice that skill. You see, his brothers, he used to be with the sons of Bilhah and Zilpah. Joseph used to be with them, watching over their flock, watching over the flock that those two families had. That is their father's flock, Jacob's flock. And from there, he began to observe how to manage those things better. And he discovered that the sons of Bilhah and Zilpah were not doing good at taking care of being good shepherds. They were not good shepherds. They were doing bad things. So he had the gift of correction to correct them gently. They didn't like it, though, but he has to do it. He has to do it. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Did we hear that he went into quarrel with them? No. Even when you see, this is how it goes. If you have a gift, your family members they will know it. They may deny it, but they will know it. In a good family, they will send you to college to study what they have seen you interested in. That's what my parents did for me. My father recognized that I was called to leadership, to shepherding people. Excuse me here. Let me make this come up a little bit more. Okay, there we go. My father knew that. My pastors, they knew. The principal of my school knew. The pastors of other churches like Deeper Life, like Assemblies of God, Kwaibuch, all these churches around, they knew. All women in the village knew. People will know that from the time you're young, you start to develop interest in when your mother is sick, you go out and you know where the Tylenol is, you go and bring, you begin to care. People begin to follow and see what you are doing. They begin to see what footsteps you are following. I don't know whether Susan, are you on the line tonight? I'm not sure. We were making jokes of the former president of Kenya, Moi. We were talking about Nyayo. That's his name, footsteps. You begin to see the footstep that your son or daughter is following, is going. Because doors begin to open in that territory, in that field of its own. Challenges will come, but this is something that you're passionate about. So you cannot give up your food, your bread and butter, your future, which is all in that gift. You don't give it up because somebody challenged you. Or at your job, something happened. They tell you, oh, there was something happened and you didn't do something well. Immediately, you use, I'm really sorry about this. And I'm willing to learn. So it was not just that you have a gift. You are able to learn new things as to how to do that thing better. That's what we are talking about. That's why after medical school, you have to do your housemanship. You have to learn under other medical practitioners or surgeons. It's not like today anybody want to start a church, want to start a ministry. I started serving under a very elderly man. I've never seen him. I never knew him. They just posted me to a completely new state. They sent me to a new state that I've never been to before. And then I have to go to the house of this elderly gentleman that is my supervisor. Elder Chief, Reverend Chief Basi Oborikbema. That man was both very highly into the other side, the other camp, and God's camp. He was very, very nice gentleman. He was an elderly man, very secretive, very private, very quiet, very political. You will not know. He doesn't talk a lot. He doesn't. He only says, he can sit and just listen to you, and if you finish talking, he will say a word or two, and that's it, and he will walk away. And I started to look at the way he does business. That day I came to visit him. Before I left, he said, wait. And I sat in his living room and I waited. He came out with a black shirt, a black pastor shirt, clerical, the one we put the white thing, the white collar into. He brought it and he gave it to me. And that's all. He didn't say a word. He just brought it and put it in my hand. And he waved at me and he left the living room and I left. He didn't say much. And in his supervision, he gave me a lot of responsibility for me to run. I think there were 8 churches or so, eight country churches. There was the big one and the small ones in different little cities, different towns or so. And he comes once in a while to come and visit me, and he will tell me, this is like this, this is like this. He doesn't tell you much. Just say, this is like this, this is like this. And he will tell you to watch him how he does it. And I will watch the way, the way he will do the service, the way he will do this, the way he will do that. He strictly followed the rules. and I began to see order. He used the easiest means, what was available to achieve the greater things that he wants to do. Never complain. Never. I just look at this man. I'm like, wow. And this man started from the scratch. From the scratch. I just look at him because I've seen elderly reverend gentlemen, but I have not seen a combination of the two kinds in one person. Then came His Eminence Ogarekbe Mba. That one is a different. That one talks a little bit more, very educated, a journalist, and I began to see a different style too. Different styles of leadership. See, God will always put you, if you have, how you know that you are good in that is that God will want to bring you into people who have the same gift many a times. You see, Joseph was with the captain of the guard, the executioner, the captain of the executioners, which is still leadership. Then in jail, leadership. He was in with the keeper of the jail. There will always be that connection to people who are going. There is what we call formation. People who will help form you to show you what you don't know. Are you the type who think you've known already? Because you think you've known, that's why you are broke. That's why you are where you are. That's why you are afraid, because you think you are done. You finish with life. Life is finished with you because you've had all your kids. Like the question I asked one of my investors today, I said, do your spouse? I asked that man. I said, do your spouse has what it takes to give you a future? That's the big question. None. We get along and marry people who, when something happened to us, they cannot give us a future. And that's what makes poor people to be poor. Middle class to come back to poverty line. Because we get involved with people who don't have what it takes to give us a dream or to push us or to bring us into something higher that they have. See, it's always, if you have a skill and you have a God, God will always lead you to connections that will bring you a step higher. I was sharing with one of my members today about what I normally do. I'll give you an example. Paying tithe is very interesting. I encourage people to pay tithe. Not many people pay tithe in my ministry. Why? Because those who come to us come already from other ministries or they already belong to churches. So they pay tithe in the ministries they belong, in the churches they belong. And I'm not looking up to them for money anymore. I've stopped doing that. Now, I have a principle, and this is the principle. I've discovered that in order to know whether somebody really is interested in what I'm doing, I give them responsibility. And many a times once I give them responsibility, they don't come back. They run. That tells you they want something for free. There's a lady that used to call me all the time from is it Dallas, Texas. I gave her a responsibility to look out certain things for me for another lady. Another lady needed help. And I asked her, just check out this for me. Check out so thing in your area and give me a call. And then I will do a follow-up on that. You don't need to From that day, she was gone, never came back. And I'm waiting for the day. I'm waiting for the day that she will call the ministry again. That's how we'll go. So let's continue. You see, let's say that you have $1,000 in your account. And to pay for your mortgage, to pay for your car, to pay is not even enough for that. The amount of money you are making is not even enough for that. Normally, it's not even enough for you to buy food. See, in some churches, they stress that you must pay that title. If you don't pay that tithe, you won't have a funeral service. You will never be buried. If you die suddenly, had a heart attack and die, bam. If you don't pay your dues or your tithe, well, you can't sing in the choir. You should, in fact, stop coming to that church to come and waste their time and sit in other people's seats. The churches have very strict rules in some churches. But for me, it's very different. I would rather that you go and make sure you have food for your children. Make sure that your car is paid for. The rent or the mortgage is paid for. Because you don't even have enough. Whatever remains, you send to God. Whether as a tithe or as an offering of saying, look, what I have is not even enough. So many a time when people send me money, the Holy Spirit will reveal to me their financial situation. And many a time I return the money back to them. I've done it so many times. Many times. I'll call the person, I said, this money you are sending to me, to the work of God, have you bought food for your children? Do they have enough winter coat and boots, shoes? Say no. It's okay, you go and buy for them. All I want just is honesty. That's all I want, honesty. All I want is honesty, because I've discovered that there is a lot of people who are thieves and liars. They will never tell you the truth of what their financial situation. This is not good. I can't be doing this. All right, let's continue. Your gift is going to open doors for you. Your gift is going to open doors for you. God will not release the blessing if you do not have a skill. This is the law. And you write this down. God will never release the blessing if you do not have a skill that is already functioning. You've already invested. I'm serious. The blessing is a law of God in operation that only works with people who have skill that they are willing to invest in. You must be on your job first for the blessing to be turned on for you. The blessing will never be turned on for you unless your skill is in operation already. Look at the life of all the married women. Look at all the life of all the married women in the Bible. Look at them. None of them were married in the church. None of them were discovered. They were all found at their job. They were all having a job. Ruth was discovered at her job. Rebecca at her job. Moses saw his wife at her job. I want you to be aware of how the law of the blessing operates. The law of the blessing. Annie, I hope you write that down for me very quickly. I need that to be sent to me tonight. The law of the blessing. The blessing, many of us are looking for God to bless you. How is God going to bless you? With what? God needs a soil to plant. That's why we have the earth. And seed to put in the soil for it to germinate. So, what seed do you have? The seed, please write it down. The seed you need to plant is your giftedness, your talent, your money, your prayers, your meditation, your singing, your worship. But more than any other thing, it is your skill, your giftedness. God wants to work with your giftedness. So many of us have been deluded by pastors who tell you, just send money and everything is fine. That's not true. There's a place for money to be sent. But we the blessing gonna run better. The shortcut for the blessing to flow is the investment of your skill into something that will generate money, help people. I started talking and quarreling with Victoria since last year. Victoria and we started a fight since last year. I don't want you to be at home anymore. I don't want you to be at home anymore. I know that you love being a home mama, but I do not want you to be at home. I want you to go back to what you are good at doing. Volunteer, volunteer, volunteer. And she went, and every day she goes and volunteer for. Victoria, how many hours? I don't know how many hours she put in every day. I have no idea.
I put in 4.
4 hours every day. I needed her. Yeah. Leave that house. If not, the fight we are fighting over the phone is gonna come out to be an open fight in California. You better leave that house and go and volunteer. The reason I know what volunteer and I wanted is, if she did not leave the house to go and volunteer, I wanted to appear in her home in California and her mother would say, yes, I said it. Honey, bunny, honey. There we go. I said it. And then the boyfriend will come. I know that something was going to say, oh, check, you shut up and get out of my face right now. Because sometimes people don't see the aggressive side of me when I want to achieve something great for somebody. Just tell you, back off. If I ask you for a dime for this woman, can you give it? You want to lay on top of her? If I ask you to lay money on top of her, can you do it? Can you put a future on top of her? That's what a lot of men are doing that angers me, frustrates me. You just want to be in control. Some women just want to be in control of a man. Some men just want to be in control of a woman. All they want to do is sex. All they want to do is food. All they want to do is movies. All spend. By one person, not by the other person. Put some money on her. Let me see. I'm going to give you a quote. Let's start with $1,000. Go and get it and put it on her. Let her go shopping for her children and for herself. Let's face it. No talking. And Victoria knew that I was serious. She went back to what she's naturally talented. To work, to help people. Victoria, somebody has pleaded for you 2 days ago. I had a talk with somebody who pleaded that I need to keep you. Somebody pleaded and said, I need to keep you in my ministry forever. Somebody called me to talk about you. The person doesn't know you.
Really?
Yep. Somebody called to talk about you. So I'm now releasing some some privileged information to you. And the person was asking me, what is my mission in life? What are the kind of things I want to do? And I told the person, he said, okay, if you establish this, Victoria should be the person heading that. I said, I'm putting her as a greeter to keep her busy and to wait for that position to open, so that she will be paid for it, earn a salary from it. And let me catch any idiot that come out to begin to talk to you in Spanish that hey, you are not supposed to be this, you are not supposed to be that, you shall be there, that. Then I will deal with that person very severely, man to man, and tell the person, I waited for you for years to give her a future. You couldn't. That's what a lot of people are doing. They want to keep you so that you don't progress more than themselves. There's a juju that they have in my mother's place. Very bad demon that they brought from the Cameroon and come and put there to defend the city, which is rubbish. He couldn't do that. The man who brought it, I prayed that he dies. He went, boom. His son was in charge of it. Last month, I asked that he dropped dead. 2 days after I prayed, he died. Yep. Why? Because there are certain families, if they don't, all of them go, that place is going to have trouble. They've been given the gospel. They refuse the gospel. They love this other way. Okay, since you refuse the gospel, I'm going to enforce the judgment. See, this is sometimes people hear this kind of thing and then, I don't like this kind of talk. This guy is, I don't know what's wrong with this pastor. That's not how you pray. Don't worry. When it comes to your doorstep, you will know. Right now, you have enough pizzas and burgers to eat. That's why. You don't have any problem. You see, how you know your skill is the open doors. So let me go back to the last person who says the skill is what? Was it management?
Organization and administration.
Organization and administration. Do you feel comfortable with that? Tell us how you knew that that's your giftedness.
Well, it's something that I naturally do. I enjoy doing it. And when I look back over life, it's something I've always done. I remember even as a kid, my mother would always like for me to organize her cabinetry and things of that sort because she liked the way I did it. And, it's just something I've always done. And just maybe 10 years ago is when I started a business, when I realized the administration part of it.
Have you seen connections? Have you seen open doors of connections? People giving you space for you to practice.
I've had favor. I've had, because even people meet me, when they meet me, just like now, even with the job that I'm on, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I just took a job as a needed one, but the director has come to me several times because she recognized the skill and know that I shouldn't be where I am and somewhere else. And so she gave me a proposition.
Okay. And so what is going to happen is that because you already have that gift, organization, and what did you call it? Organization and?
Administration.
And administration. Organization and administration. You already have that. Have you learned how to resolve conflict? Have you learned how to resolve conflict? Because this is gonna be a major part of what you are called to do. Because you see, every gift, every talent is to take you to the top, or to take you to manage, to take you to be the voice behind the person at the top. So the person at the top cannot, throughout his lifetime in that job, cannot do without you. And
Right.
Finally, you take over, or you run a particular department that serves the overall purpose of the company or the business, whether it's yours or it's other people's job or government. Now, what is going to happen is that you must learn one of the biggest thing you have to learn. This is not going to be given to you through prayers. Prayer will not do this for you. Fasting will not do this for you. Going to church will not do this for you. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm talking about your own personal behavior, the way you talk and the way you speak, the way you speak and the way you behave. For example, your ability to keep secrecy, company secrecy, the business secrecy. That's number one. Your ability to protect your boss. Because a lot of you do not know what I'm talking about. Your ability to protect your boss who writes your check or who is capable of promoting you. Your ability to protect that person. Next, your ability to resolve conflict among your colleagues or those under you. Next, your ability to learn new things from those who are above you so that you can achieve a greater purpose and play a major role and focus on it. See, this is where the real game is. Do you understand politics of the job? Do you understand that? Let me share something with you. Am I talking with A from Georgia?
No, sir, Anita.
Yeah, A. That's it. That's why I say A.
Oh, A, okay.
Yeah. See, do you understand the politics of the job? Do you understand? Do you understand that there is favor? And this favor we are talking about is already, you see, the favor of God is in you. And wherever you entered, you make that favor to function for you. How do you do it? You see, Joseph did not understand the politics and the game of having a gift. Having a gift is one thing. How to make that gift work for you is a different thing, even though God is already involved. God is not coming down to open the political doors for you. He's going to give you the overall shape of the thing. He's going to give you the raw material to work with. Write this down. A dream is God's raw material for you to build a house or to build a business. It's God's raw material for you to build a house or to build a business. Business of leadership, business of anything. Without government, private, personal. That's God's raw material in your hand. It's a dream. And God is not coming to tell you the day-to-day way to do it. That's none of his business. He gives you the general idea and you go out there. He's already behind you. It's already at work in you. But how you make it happen is you. Most of all, we normally think that our brain is the real thing. That our brain will bring us the best thing. That because we are very highly educated, so it should make people to automatically respect us. That's how some culture think. That's why some culture emphasize so much education, being a doctor, being a lawyer, being a banker, being an architect, being this, being that. They emphasize it to the point that they kill it. Because they don't understand the politics of life. See, people will be nice to you because you are nice naturally and you have a good behavior. You can keep secret of the game, of the business. Then people will invest in you. But if they realize that you think you know it all, you are easily frustrated and depressed and stressed, you cannot get along with people. You don't know how to present things with a smile without quarreling. See, when I travel and I am at the different airports of the United States, I just see somebody that easily, this guy needs to be fired. That woman needs to be in a better position than she is because she's good-mannered. This person is destroying this business. You can just see it at the airport. As I go about, while waiting for my next flight, I go about looking at the different stands, coffee shop, fruit stands, newspaper stands. You can tell who is happy about their job and who is sad about it. You can tell very easily. I can tell a pilot of my plane who is happy at a job, who is making money through his behavior and his word for American Airlines, and who doesn't. You can tell which air hostess, whether a man or a woman, you can tell which one is making people feel comfortable to come back and who is not. You can tell immediately. There is, when I traveled, the last travel that I did, there's this elderly lady that is an air hostess. Can tell you that she is maybe in her 60s, late 50s or 60s. Very nice and wonderful lady. She has beauty of the mind and beauty of the spirit and physical beauty all combined in one. She come to me many times because I fly first class. I swore that I would never fly economic class except there was no other flight. Then I have to do that. There's a reason. This woman was so good that there is no way anyone would not want to fly with that airline because of the way she treated us. Everybody there like her. In fact, when I was leaving, I think it was the pilot that was coming out and so on. And the lady came. The lady was standing at the door as I was leaving, greeting people. She came. When it reached my turn, she didn't greet me. She came and hugged me. You can imagine that. She came and hugged me. She asked me, "How old do you think I am?" I smiled. I said, "You are not old at all." And the pilot looked at me and said, "You need to take her with you. Please, you need to take her with you." And everybody started smiling and laughing. That was funny. And she waved at me, and I waved at her. She gave me a big hug. Nice, nice. You need people who are going to sell your product for you and your services. People who are naturally happy and understand the politics of life. And not people who are cranky, getting stressed and depressed by every little thing on the earth. Those people are turning people away from you and from your company. Man, tell me the difference between these two products. They are almost the same. Oh, I have no, my job is just to put it on the shelf. I don't know anything about this thing. I don't know anything about it. Really? Then why are you working here? Then I left that place because I don't want to deal with that kind of situation. I went to the bar. While waiting for my next, I went to the bar because there I can hear what people are saying, what people are thinking, because people are conversing openly. And I sit there. So many a time it's not really that I want to drink, it's because I want to listen to people's conversation, know what they are thinking about the nation, what they are thinking about families, all kind of stuff. And when I told the guy, I need a glass of so kind of wine. And he looked at me, he said, I don't think we have it. I said, really? You sure? He said, yes. I said, okay. And I called another lady. The lady she was passing food around. I said, go and check and see whether you guys have this kind of wine. And she kept, oh, yes, we do. We have it. And she went and brought it to me. And then when that guy saw what happened, I was watching to see whether he will come and apologize and say, I'm really sorry that I didn't know. He did not. So I went to him. I said, I'll make sure that you get fired on the spot. Because you are making this place to lose money. You're supposed to know every wine, every beer, every whiskey, bourbon, vodka, every one that is in stock in this place. You're supposed to know it. If not, why are they paying you? Oh, sir, I'm very sorry. I said, you saw that girl. That girl is the waiter. He's not even the person. You are in charge here. Are you not? He said, yes. And all the pilot there and the hostess and people there, they were like, who is this guy that is talking like this? And one of the pilots came and said, I experienced the same thing. I'm glad that somebody's talking. I said, yeah, because I don't tolerate mediocrity. Mediocrity, and I don't tolerate this. This is about money. You don't joke with money. If you see how that guy was shaken, he was shaken. That's why there are some stores that when they see me, everybody sit up. Our Walmart, when I walk into it, people sit up, they run, they want to help. They want to do immediately because they know how I will treat them. What I will do, they will not walk in that place anymore. Don't, it's your money. It's your hard-earned money you are coming to spend in that place. And that money will be used to pay them. I don't even tolerate people coming to do racial things. Are you serious? I'll deal with you on the spot. And I will want the manager to come right there and I will make sure you get fired that same minute because you cannot stay there and serve the next person if you are like that. That's why when I walk through airport checking points, security, they know who I am. Good morning, sir. Good evening, sir. Hi. Because that's the way I treat them. I share chocolate with them. I'm serious. I give them bubble gum. I give them hugs. Men and women at the security. Others are just really so serious because they are going to go through security. It's a stress. Who tell you it's a stress? These guys are doing this to protect our life. And you should love them, cheer them up, make them smile. Everybody is not a terrorist. Make them relax. Make them feel good. Tell you guys what I did to that guy in Las Vegas at the security. Everybody's passing him by. Far away, look at his face. The Spirit of God said to me, you need to give him a hug. Don't worry about in America. If they see you hugging another man, they think you are gay. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and give him a big hug and share your bubble gum with him. So after he has looked at my this thing and my paper, he gave it back to me. I said, come here. He was a nice gentleman. And I held him. He was about to tell the person behind me next. I said, no, come here. I gave him a big hug and put my bubble gum in him. He unwrapped it and started to chew. I told him, listen, if nobody loves you, I love you. I care about you. Oh, he shouted. He said, whoa! Nobody has said this to me for a very long time. I call all the elderly women, I call them girls. I call them girls Because when you are 50, 60, 70 in America, you become an old woman. Who tells you that?
Amen.
Who tells you that you are an older, elderly woman? Are you serious? Many of you think because you have kids, your job is done, you are no longer, you don't want to put makeup. We are coming to makeup in this Bible. The next thing we are going to say about Joseph, we are going to tackle it. And you're going to know. Look at the British women, how they dress till the day they die. They dress looking young and good and sweet. Same thing with French women. As our children want to make us feel old, society want to make us feel old, and all of that, and so we become old. Who tell you? You can never be old in my life and in my ministry. Let me catch you trying to be old or smell like an old person. I'll come to your house and I'll begin to pick things and throw them out the window. Even though you are in the position you are, Miss A, listen carefully. Because you already had the job, God is going to make the blessing to begin to come. And the first sign of the blessing is favor. People being nice to you, kind to you. You have to learn certain behavior that has deprived you of good things in the past. You have to learn how to master that. Certain things that is happening in your life should not show up at your job. It should not show up in public. You should never. You should learn how to be nice to people so that people can trust you and can invest in you. You have to learn that. That's the politics. Many a times, those who are promoted are not the very highly educated or very highly experienced. Let me tell you what politics is about. Please, Anna, write this down. Promotion, progress, prosperity is all about politics. Please write that down. It's all about politics. And that politics is called loyalty. Loyalty will give you promotion, progress, prosperity. Politics is all about loyalty. Who are you loyal to? Who is the person at the top that you are loyal to? And you must know who that person loves. Joseph did not know that the loyalty of Potiphar was to his wife. So he had loyalty to Potiphar, but did not have loyalty to the wife. What do I mean by that? Did not know that when you kneel down and you kiss the feet of your master, you should do the same to the mistress. You should know who your master loves. You must love the people that your master loves. Because at the end, Joseph is going to learn a hard way. Joseph is going at the end. I'm letting you guys see how this thing is. There's no use covering this thing up anymore. Joseph was participating into religion. I hope you know this. Because you will see who he married, which family he married into. You're going to see which family he married into. Because he now understands the politics of survival. Because what we are dealing with here is survival. Tonight, that's what I'm directing you. How do you survive? Is first and foremost loyalty. For example, you are not to quarrel with the person who is above you, who want to draw you up and promote you and give you progress and prosperity. You can never quarrel with them, find fault with them, stand with outsiders against them. If you do that, you will never have any progress. If they tell you this is the way they want things to be done exactly like this, do it. If it fell, let it fall because they asked you to do it. That's why when a new government is coming, they bring only those who are. See, everybody has been. Trump is going to elect just and so person to be his Secretary of State. Just and so. Who look at the people that he's electing? And they are not like they are qualified for it. They are the best for it. Why? They are his loyal business associates. Inner little circle, open or secret. Those are the people he's putting there. Those who are going to promote his overall agenda. Not the agenda of Republicans, not the agenda of Democrats, not the agenda of the nation, but his own agenda. He is trying to write his own history. If you want to know how somebody want to write his history, look at those that he appoints to work with him. They've already kissed his ring and kissed his ankle. I'm serious. That's how this is done. So if you don't want to kiss somebody's ring, you don't want to kiss their ankle, well, you better think twice whether you want to survive on earth. I'm serious, because this is how it is done. Even though Mordecai in the book of Esther did not want to bow before a foreigner who was the next to the king, to Xerxes. And that caused a lot of trouble. So while we celebrate how God helped the Jewish people in Persian media, we should also remember that it's because of one person's stupidity and arrogance. It's not because God said that you should not worship any other God beside me. That's not bowing before people in a position of authority who are able to promote you and so on. Does not mean idol worship. That's how it was in those cultures. And Mordecai didn't do it. And put the life of Esther and the rest of the people in big trouble. Whether it was his ignorance or arrogance or whatever, I don't know. Or whether he was doing it because his daughter was, I mean, we can say it was his daughter. I mean, it was his brother's daughter. His daughter was now the queen. Maybe that's why he did it. But then, when he himself was given that position, everybody bowed before him. He didn't refuse it. Until you're willing to bow before others, God will not give you position where others are going to bow before you. I'm serious. Joseph bowed before his master. I mean, in ancient Egypt, you go on the ground. You lay prostrate on the ground to show your loyalty anywhere before Pharaoh and so on. What do? We do the same thing. That doesn't have anything to do with you are worshiping a human being. You are simply showing them honor to his person and to his office. That's why you are going to see it as we read on. How? When Joseph passed, when Joseph and his chariot drive past in the street of Egypt, people go on the ground and bow before him because he represents Pharaoh. Loyalty is the number one thing. If you don't have it, you are going to fail in life. Because doors are not going to be open for you. So what do you have to do, Miss A? Now that you go and look at what do your boss like? What do your boss like to discuss? Is it sports? Is it, I mean, you should know. What is it that if you buy for your boss, they will know that you think highly of them? You really appreciate your boss. What do you do for his birthday? These are secret things you do. That's how the game is played. Politics is everywhere. Where your education cannot take you. Your family name cannot take you. If you understand loyalty, Annie, write that down for me immediately. I need it tonight. The law of loyalty. If you understand loyalty, you are going to go places above and beyond like Land Rover. I'm serious. And then from there, God opened doors for you. So anybody who is telling you something else, how God will just promote you, all that, and they do not tell you the in-between thing that balances it, those people are fooling you. They are fooling you. They know that you are a novice in the game of life. Let's pick somebody else. So now you qualified, you qualified for promotion, for progress, and for prosperity. Add loyalty to it. The person might not be of the same religion with you, you know. That doesn't matter. All these people were not of the same religion with Joseph. But he knew how to play along. They didn't get involved. But he knew how to honor them, respect their religion. But the most important thing is loyalty to the man or to the woman. Loyalty to the boss first. Those in the military understand what I'm talking about. More than any group of people on earth, the military people, they understand me when I'm speaking. They really do. Those at the top of big businesses understand what I'm talking about. That's why you see men and women come in and go to the top, and those who are already there, nobody wanna promote them. You ask the boss, why is it that this person is promoted and I have been here with you? And he said, it was not me who did the promotion, and he's lying to you. He did it. Why? He doesn't trust you. You are not loyal to him or her. I went to my boss while I was back in Africa, and I brought my mom. Let me tell you, I brought my mom. And we went, I told my mom, you talk to him. And they sat down in the man's living room, and the man sat on his throne and talked with my mom, and my mom told him, I want my son to be sent somewhere else. Because of this, because of this, because of this. And we were nice to him, and that was it. And I gave him my loyalty. His wife came out. His wife and my mom, they talked, and you know, when women meet, they talked and all of that. So while my mom was talking, the man's wife was there. The man was there. 2 days later, they changed my posting. 2 days later. 2 days later, they changed my posting, and they sent me to a very wonderful, beautiful place. I have everything I needed there. Was waiting for me before I arrived. Loyalty will give you everything. And I've been loyal to that man till today. He's still in Africa. He's 80 years old. I'm still loyal to him. Whatever he tells me to do, yes, sir. I don't ask no question. Yes, sir. That's it. Who is the next person? What is your skill? Who is the next person who want to share with us your skill? Because your skill is going to make the king send for you. Somebody in position of power to reveal your greatness and to reward you is going to send for you. What gift do you have? Anybody, please share with us. What gift do you have? What skill do you have that you believe that you are going to start small to invest it into someone or into something, and then the king gonna send for you? When we say the king, we mean two people, somebody on earth and the person in heaven, Jesus, the Holy Ghost, God the Father. They will send because they are watching to see whether you are going to invest your gift first without complaining. Then heaven will send for you. Heaven will send for you. And then heaven, when they send for you, they will make somebody on the earth to connect with your story. Your story will come to somebody, and that person will look for you and send for you, and your life will change. Please, I'm showing you, I'm giving you instruction on how these things are done. Somebody is going to send for you because they have heard and they have seen your talent and your giftedness. Even if in a small way, God is going to send for you first, which means registration in heaven. And then once it's done up there, because you're already doing this, God will not send for you when you are doing nothing. Once that is done, God will look to see whether you are doing something with your talent. If you are doing something with it, he will then send for you for your promotion. Next thing that we are going to see is he will then give a thought to somebody on the earth or a dream to somebody on the earth. I'm showing you how the connection happens. He's going to send a dream, a thought, not a suggestion, a thought, an idea, a dream to somebody on the earth, so that person will be connected. That person's thought, idea, dream, vision, prophecy, giftedness will now connect with yours, so that you now begin to rise. Because you are not going to rise until you are until somebody else make you to rise. The bread will not be bread until somebody put the what is it that they have to put in the bread to make it rise? What do they need to put in the bread?
Yeast.
The yeast. Somebody is going to be the yeast that will make you to rise, so that a whole lot of people are going to enjoy your giftedness. Because your job is not to be a local champion. Your job is to be a global champion. Please write that down. Your job is not to be a local champion, but a global champion. That's what God is looking for. So those who want to remain local champion, good luck. You'll be there forever and be fighting with all those local things. Victoria, I knew you like that, don't you? Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Who again want to try? Have you discovered your giftedness? What is your giftedness? What is your talent? And are you employing it somewhere? Anybody? You can call into this program tonight. Call in and converse with us. Come and brainstorm with us. 316-665-4400, 316-243-2967. Please call and brainstorm with us. Share your idea with us. What gift and talent do you have that will make heaven send for you, and that will make heaven provoke somebody on the earth to send for you, for your blessing to begin to be turned on? Who wanna share? Who wanna share? Who wanna share? Okay. How do you recognize your gift? Anybody? How do you know that you have a particular talent? How do you know you have a particular talent?
You enjoy it.
You enjoy it. Next, you find place where you can invest it. Please, are there people on the phone line who can contribute, or you guys don't have no skill, no giftedness? Am I dealing with people who don't have no gift and no skills whatsoever?
If a prophet tells you, or you have to have a prophet tell you. But what if you don't know?
You don't need a prophet to tell you your gift. You do not need a prophet to tell you your gift. I think this is one of the biggest mistakes that people have been making, is that you are waiting for a prophet to tell you what your gift is. Did a prophet tell Joseph what his gift was? Let's go and look at how it is done in the Bible. Did a prophet tell Joseph what his gift was? No.
No.
Read the Bible. We are telling the story of Joseph. Where did you see a prophet tell Joseph what his gift was, his talent was? Please tell me. Because that's what we are looking today. We are looking for a prophet to tell us what to do, so that when we fail, we can blame him or her. Because we are looking for somebody to blame. Did a prophet tell Joseph what his gift was? No. So why are we looking for a prophet to tell us our gift? How do you know your giftedness? How do you know your skill? You see, it is better that if you don't know your skill, you go to college, or you go to technical college, or you go to university and acquire one if you think you don't know it. Going to a prophet to go and find out your skill is a very dangerous thing. Going to a prophet to go and find out who you should marry is a very dangerous thing.
Sure.
Going to a prophet or a prophetess to go and find out what you are talented or called to do in life, or who you should marry, is a very dangerous thing. And Jesus of Nazareth, who is our King, knows exactly what I'm talking about. He told Kenneth Hagin that prophets are not the leaders of the New Testament church. That's what he told Kenneth Hagin. See, I follow this thing very strictly. Prophets are to confirm. Except you find prophets who are actually ordained into that office, then it's a different ball game, because they will be what we will call prophets shepherds. That's a different thing altogether. Prophets shepherds, people like Elijah, people like Samuel, those are prophets shepherds. People like Moses, these are prophets shepherds. They shepherd people. So that's a different ball game altogether. And what we have today is people trying to go to prophet for prophet to tell them what to do, to tell them who to marry. And 99.5% of every marriage that was instituted and confirmed by a prophet, all of them have been a mess. They've all been divorce and fights. Why? Because you don't go to a prophet for those kind of things. In marriage, you open your eye to see whether you like what you are saying. You don't marry people because of religion. You marry people because you like them naturally, and you like their behavior, their attitude. You like how they smell. You like their education quality, whether they are fun to be with, whether they can protect your interests, whether they can prosper you, whether when things happen to you, they can take care of you. That's what you have to look at. You marry people because you are naturally gifted to help them to stand so that they can also help you with their gifts. You don't marry people because God says you should go and marry somebody. No. If you don't like that person naturally, your chemistry is not the same, that person is not the kind of person you are looking for, you have the right to walk away. You have the right to walk away and say, no, I'm not going to marry you because I do not like your attitude. This is going to result in problems in the future. Go away now before we start going to court. %90 of marriage is you and that person. Only 10% is God. Many of you do not get this until it hits you. When it hits you, you will learn what I've learned. Throughout the ministry of Jesus, how many people did you see Jesus put together in marriage? How many people did you see the apostles in the New Testament to join in marriage? Show me. Show me. I'm a great student of the Bible for all of eternity. There is no way in the Bible that you see the apostles bringing people together and telling them they are husband and wife. It's not there in the New Testament. There is no way where Jesus joined people and told people, hey, that's your husband. Hey, that's your wife. I'm Jesus. I'm God. I'm a prophet. I see it. No place. Have you found anywhere where the apostles were finding husband for people or wife for people in the Bible? Have you found anywhere where Jesus was wedding people? Instead, we find where Jesus went, where people already are getting married, doing their own marriage. He went there to go and sit and watch and eat and drink too, like every other person. Do you think that was his business? No. Where did you see Paul wedding people or prophesying for people to be married? Nowhere. So why do you think that that's what we should be doing in our generation? That's not God's business. It's your business. It is you who decide who you want to marry. And you bring that person to God for God to look into that person's spirit. Since you don't know everything, and say, God, I like this person, but I want you to reveal this person's spirit to me, so that I know what I'm dealing with, whether it's something I can cope with or not. You don't want someone who is going to make you for a long time to lose focus for your product and services on the earth. You don't want somewhere along life somebody become disloyal to you. You don't want that. That's the only reason why we pray is for God to weed out those who are going to be disloyal to us, or those who are coming with marriage to come and find easy meals. That's why we pray. But the next thing, it is up to you to decide whether you like what you see. Whether you can tolerate it, you can live with it, so that in the future you don't complain. Apart from God making Eve and bringing to Adam, show me where God gave somebody a wife in the Bible. Show me one place. It's not there. Show me where God gave somebody a husband in the Bible. It's not there. It's always the family or the individual finding people that they trust and they get married. In fact, God is not even involved in it. Did you hear that it was God that gave Xerxes the king to Esther the queen? No. Did you hear it was God? It was Esther who found herself a man through her behavior. Abigail found herself David through her behavior. Ruth found herself Boaz through her behavior. So why do we want to attach God to marriage when marriage is an earthly thing? An earthly event that will also end here and dissolve on the earth. Why do you want to bring God into things that God doesn't want to get involved with in the first place? Did you hear that it was God that gave Rachel and Leah to Jacob? Or God gave Sarah to Abraham? No. Spend time to discover, explore. Spend time to investigate the other person, to find out whether you really want this or not, whether this person is fit for you or not, whether they can fit into the overall things you want to achieve in life. If not, let them go. God has other higher things to do in life, and you are bringing him into things that you should not bring him into. Where did you read in the Bible God gave Jacob, Rachel, and Leah? Nowhere. Somebody is going to send for you. Somebody is going to send for you because of your talent, your words, your behavior, your ability to protect, your ability to prosper, your ability to expand somebody else's dream. Then somebody is going to send for you to progress you, promote you, and prosper you. But if you are somebody who is, you don't know what loyalty is, you don't know what negotiation and compromises is, then you are going to go through life a hard way. You are going to pray. You will still be praying when you die. You will still be praying and you die praying. Because these things that I'm telling you are not prayer things. You don't hear. Wait, let me ask you another question. Do you hear throughout the story of Joseph? Do you hear that Joseph fasted and prayed?
No.
Concerning his problems? Do you hear that Joseph fasted and prayed? None. It's not there. Instead, he was negotiating with the butler because he knew God is not going to get him out. God is going to get him out through humans. It's in rare cases God will deliver you through angels. Where there are no human beings to do the job, then God will send angels to do the job. But as far as there are human beings to do the job, God is going to pass through human beings to do the job. So if you burn your own bridge, you are damned. You're finished. Many of you go about having problem with everybody. A day will come that you won't. There will be nobody to even listen to you because you've destroyed everybody, insulted everybody, put trouble with everybody. You burn your bridges. You burnt down your own house. And that is why wherever Joseph went, he was nice to people. Because he knew that it will be through humans that God will deliver him. I'm not looking for angels to do ministry with me. I'm looking for angels to do ministry God has sent them to do with me and through me. And for me to do ministry with them. But more than that, I'm looking for human beings. Please, if you find people who need a real pastor, a real prophet, a real bishop of God, a real person that they can be loyal to, so that they will be promoted, they will progress, they will have prosperity, they will walk into their dreams and destiny, send them to me. How somebody who has started a business, he wants God to bless that business. As long as they are paying me my tithe and my offerings, I'm good to go. Because I'm an oracle too. So you see, that is where we stop about the somebody's going to send for you sooner or later. As long as you are doing the right thing, as long as you have invested your talent, somebody in position of authority is going to send for you. Why? Because your talent and your gift is speaking. Your talent and your gifts, they are speaking. And sooner or later, somebody will hear the voice of your giftedness and will send for you. Why? Because your gift was meant to solve a problem. Now, let me go into that. Let me ask you tonight. This is an open forum. What problems are you called to solve in life? And whose problem? Please, can somebody help me here? Anybody want to jump in and say something? I'm willing. I will stop. Because your gift is to solve somebody's problem. And until you solve somebody's problem, you can never have money. You will not be rewarded. You will never be promoted. Many of us want to be put in position of authority, but we do not know how to solve people's problems with gentleness and care, negotiation, right politics. What problems do you think you are called to solve in life? Anybody?
Maybe your parents' problem.
Say it. Speak very clearly. Let us hear you.
Your parents.
Okay. You are fully convinced. You are fully convinced that that is the person you were sent to solve.
No.
Because if that is the person, that's the person who is going to put you in a position that you're gonna become wealthy. That's what we are saying.
Oh no.
Okay. I mean, that's the secondary thing. You love your parent, you wanna take care of them, but we are talking about
to make you money.
Yes. To make you money. That's what we are talking about. Whose problem are you called to solve? Is it a national, state, local, a company, a group?
I believe I'm called to solve position problems. That's what I do.
Position problem. Got it. Who are the people on the line with us tonight? That people are not talking. What is the problem here tonight? People, remember that I'm going to look up your phone numbers because your phone numbers will appear immediately after the conference. Those who host this program for me will send me your phone numbers, and I will see everybody who are there, and I'm gonna know, and that's gonna help me to know where you guys are helping us or not. I'm serious. I know everybody who call into this, even if you are calling private number anonymous, I know who you are. Because they will show me, they will turn the other side and show me your number still anyway. Hallelujah. I'm serious. If you are sleeping, I will know exactly, like the person who was sleeping yesterday, I knew who you were. Yep. That shows me, that's why I react the way I react to people. I know how many minutes you stayed with me. I knew how many people went out to talk to somebody, then they came back in. I know all that. I see it all. The report will come to me every single, when you came in, when you left, I know. I have it. I have the report with me. Haha. So if you decide to be quiet, that's okay. What problem do you think you were designed to solve in life? You need to ask yourself that question. If you cannot answer that question, then you can never be rich, you can never be great, you will never have money. Were you called to entertain people? Then that's where your money is. Were you called to build houses and rent it out to people? That's where your money is. Were you design your nice to elderly people, group home, nursing home, assisted living facilities? And along the way, you're going to build your own. That's where your money is. Until you find what you were designed to do and what you and the problem you were designed to solve, you'll be broke till you die. You'll be broke. You have to know which group you've been sent to. For example, like myself, I know that people from the target is 25 to 50 something and then above. Those are the group we are looking at. in every nation of the world. I know which age group respond to me very easily. They are loyal to me. They like me. They will listen and learn. I know what age group. I want you to pray for me that God give me an open door to go on television, because I have something to share with the world. I'm called to the global community. Wanted to pray for God to give me big sponsors to underwrite television and radio ministries and all other forms of business that I'm doing. I want God to give me people in position, big leaders, leaders of nations and big corporations for me to solve their problems. I am capable of showing them how they can do what they are doing better. I'm capable of giving them what they don't know. Nobody has ever told them where to invest, how to do certain things. That's how it is. Because God told me that a lot of people in leadership position don't know what they are doing in leadership. And that's what I'm called to do. To raise new leaders on the earth. So thank you, Miss A, for sharing with us tonight. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is Sidikai Mary saying to you, the blessing of the Lord will make you rich, and he does not add any sorrow to it. Only if you know what problem you were designed to solve, who you were called to be loyal to. That's how the blessing, you think the blessing will just run for you. God doesn't send his blessing like that. Good night.
Thank you very much.